What's going on, guys? Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a quick video to give you guys a look at some new product that just arrived for review that you can expect to see on the channel very, very soon. So as always with these, let me know down below in the comments what shoes you want to see reviewed first. That's what I'll get to making right away. And of course, if you enjoy these update videos, it would be awesome if you guys could leave a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. With that said, let's take a look at the new arrivals. You can see I have them scattered across the ground in front of me. It's 8 pairs in total, and we'll start with the one that I'm sure immediately you guys noticed, the new remade Predator Mania, the champagne colorway. This is the colorway that when I was a kid and I actually had real Predator Manias, these are the ones that I had. I really wish I hung on to those. Unfortunately, I just don't have them anymore. But these actually look really good in person. Much better than I was expecting, but not the first time they've actually remade the Predator Mania. I'm actually gonna put the boot wall here to use. Just give you guys a quick look at that, because I know there's always comments about that, and I have videos where I've shown the boot wall, but obviously it's constantly changing. Nonetheless, right down here, hiding, we have the Predator Instinct remake of the Predator Mania in what was supposed to be the classic black, red, and white color, but it ended up being more orange than red. And you can see it's pretty much the exact same upper that you would find on this new variation. The only difference you're gonna find is on the new one, they actually went with a real leather tongue, which is great. I'm not sure why they didn't do real leather for the rest of the upper. It's a synthetic material, but this has a synthetic tongue instead of the leather one, so I guess in that regard the newer variation is better. And then instead of the A17 sprint frame that you have on this new version, this one of course has the Predator Instinct sole plate, which of course was the main Predator at the time when they did this re-release, but of course still maintains the Predator elements as we have right here. And I guess going back to the boot wall, I'll give you guys a look at some real Predator Manias. This is the red colorway. This is what the real thing looks like, so it is actually pretty close to the real thing, but of course these are fairly different with the full kangaroo leather construction, the split outsole. This is a soft ground variation, so you have these deadly full metal blades for studs, and again, really cool shoe. I like the remake. Very limited, sold out if you're wondering. You can't really get them anymore. You have to go resale, but expect a detailed video on those coming very soon, because they're actually much nicer than I was expecting. Now right here in the front, I actually have a very limited shoe, more so than the Predators. This is the Ramsey edition of the New Balance Vizaro. I just knocked those over. These were limited to 100 pairs in total. You can see the embroidery there on the tongue. I have pair number 78 of 100, and this is a shoe that is essentially the player issue pro customized variation of the Vizaro that Ramsey himself actually wears. And if you're familiar with the current Vizaro 2, these are nothing like those. It's a completely different upper, it's a different shape, it's a different sole plate. It's a really interesting stud pattern where you'll notice that the studs are really long, and that's because this is basically a firm ground, soft ground hybrid, if you will, where the studs are longer to obviously be better suited for softer ground, but because they aren't metal screw-in studs, it's gonna have a little bit of a different feel, and it's also gonna be a little bit lighter. So that's kind of an interesting customized pro thing. And what's also interesting about this is they only made them in one size, which is an 8.75. You can see the sizing right here on the inside. It says 8.75, which is the size. The D stands for the width, which is a regular width. And then AR, of course, stands for Ramsey. So that's pretty interesting. It comes in this giant New Balance drawer style box that I already pulled open. It's got this compartment right here that's covered up. You think there'd be something in there. There isn't. Then it's got this little plastic bit right here, which if you pull that off, you'll find the shoes normally in there. And then it has this little card right here with Ramsey's picture. And on the back, it is actually hand signed or autographed, which I guess is a cool little detail. Again, they only did 100 pairs, so fairly limited, kind of a cool collector's piece. And if you're an 8.75, obviously ideal for you, because it's the only size that they made them in. Now I have more of the champagne pack here as well. The Pure Control in this kind of off-white color, which looks pretty cool, except for the sole plate. The sole plate in off-white, because you have the pure white in the boost through the middle, it just makes it look like clear plastic that has kind of started to yellow or aged or something like that, which, I don't know, to me doesn't look the best, but definitely an interesting colorway pack in general to match the Predators. These of course aren't as limited, and you can actually buy these right now. The Pure Chaos with the black graphics within the tearing kind of texturing that you would normally find on a Pure Chaos, so it's not actually different, just looks a little bit different. And then again, the off yellow in the sole plate. And then to finish off the champagne pack, we have the Copas, the Copa 17.1, which I think looks the best of the pack. I really like the leather. Again, it would have been awesome if they used this material on these guys, but they didn't for whatever reason. And then of course you have the really cool detail with the black there on the bottom as well. Excited to make a video on those. we have the Adidas equipment pack of the Mundial team. So this is this really interesting kind of teal green color, and this is the old Adidas equipment logo color, if you guys remember that, all going all the way back. It was a while ago now since they've used that logo, but that's the inspiration for this particular colorway, if you're wondering. And this is an awesome shoe, by the way. Really excited to make a video on those and tell you more about them if you're not already familiar with them. You have the new blue camo pack colorway of the Under Armour Clutch Fit Force. Really interesting. You can see the camo within the entire upper as well as the laces, and then it has this cool kind of translucent clear blue sole plate. Really interesting. Kind of hides the general look of the clutch fit a little bit more. And then we have the Derby pack colorway, the Arsenal themed variation of the Puma Evo Power Vigor 1. You can see it says North London Derby there on the front. You have the Derby Fever logo right here on the heel, the Arsenal cannon right there, which is pretty interesting. I believe Giroud is going to be wearing these exclusively, white and red in color. Really cool. It's got some interesting little details in terms of the grip text texturing being more of an actual pattern, kind of telling a little bit of a story, extra little detail, as opposed to just being the regular dots. But nonetheless, pretty cool shoe. But they are fairly expensive. I believe these go for $275, so there's quite a premium on that particular colorway. But that is it in terms of what has arrived. So again, guys, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys want to see. I'll get to making those videos right away, so stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you aren't already so you don't miss out on anything if you do want to see reviews on any of these products. Again, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to support it with a like. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them down below in the comments. All my social media information linked down below in the description as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.